Today we are making Maqloubeh. It's the most authentic way of making Maqloubeh, which is translated into upside down. It is delicious. I'm just gonna start out with some of the prep right now, like the eggplants as well as the potatoes, and we'll go from there. A lot of people that make this on YouTube or TikTok that I've seen don't peel it at all, but we prefer to peel it. We'll leave like some strips here and there. I'll show you guys a little bit later on, but it's just a preference thing. So I just washed the eggplants, but I'm also gonna put some paper towels on this so that I can actually lay the eggplants on it. One tip is to keep salt by you because you're definitely gonna need it to remove the excess water off of the eggplants. So I'm just gonna cut this part off. There we go, it's off. So just like that, we're gonna peel away. This is my least favorite part. All right, so our eggplants are peeled, as you can see. Now we slice it a little bit differently. So for the more narrow part, I'll slice a couple of circles here. And then for this part, I'll do them lengthwise. You don't want to do them too thin either. And then we're gonna fry these later on, but try to get it even, not like me, but that's okay. Just for some context, this is how we do it. And then I'm just gonna lay it here on my paper towel as I cut through them. Here they are. All of our slices are ready to go.
And there's another step we're going to do, but first I'm going to go ahead and slice up the other eggplants over here. I'm just going to get a secondary tray as well because it's already pretty full here with a couple more spots.
So I'm going to go ahead and get another tray because these are not going to fit on this one. And then I'm going to show you a very, very important step that you do not want to skip out on. We have both of them right over here. Now, this step is so important. I'm actually going to flip these around first. Let's do it the other way. You're going to want to go ahead and salt all of these really, really well so that they can release all of the moisture and the excess water that's in eggplants. So again, we already have them on paper towels. We're going to go ahead and salt away. Oh my goodness, the amount of salt that we're putting on here right now. I don't know if you can see. Let me just bring this one closer. Here, can you see that? Quite a bit of salt on here. We're gonna go ahead and do that with the second tray as well. I did one of the sides right now, but you're gonna wanna do it to both sides. Now we're just gonna wait it out for them to release the excess water. While we're waiting for that, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my potatoes, to whether we're making Maqloubeh or we're making French fries. Really, for anything, a good russet potato is the way to go. I'm gonna start off with 3. If I feel like we need more, we'll just go ahead and add more, but I just don't want to peel too much from the get-go. We're gonna wash them, we're gonna slice them up in circles, and then I'm actually gonna put them in cold water, just like in a bowl of cold water, because I'm not gonna fry them right away. I'm gonna wait a little bit and I don't want them to brown. So just a tip for you, if you want to do French fries, potatoes, whatever it is, just put them in a bowl of water and they're not gonna brown. Question for you guys. I'm the type of person where when I work, like any sort of food prep, making, whatever it may be in the kitchen, I need to sit down. Like I cannot stand and work. But I know it's totally the opposite with my mom and with like a lot of people that I know where they cannot work while they're sitting and they have to be standing the whole time. So which one are you? Got a small bowl over here, so we're gonna slice these potatoes. Do you see all that excess water that's just dripping right off as I'm holding it on an angle? That is because of the salt. So now we're just, even like, look at the paper towel, even the paper towel, like right over here. We are going to be using chicken breast because that's a preference of our family. But you can use, I'm pretty sure you can use whatever it is you want. As much as I love peppermint for cleaning tools is just not it. Not it. I'm still using it because I have 2 of them. I just, oh my gosh, if you guys could smell this right now, you'd be like, girl, what are you doing in here? It's literally peppermint. Like, just imagine smelling a candy cane, but for a cleaning product. Yeah, not good. We can get started with the eggplants and the potatoes. Our potatoes are in here.
Remember that you're gonna cook them later with the rice.
So the reason we fry the potatoes first is so that we can reuse that oil for the eggplant, because if you do the eggplant first, you're not going to be able to use that same oil again. Our eggplant is ready. New paper towels on there. We're going to go ahead and move it. Get our spices ready for the chicken. We have clove seeds. We have black pepper. We have an onion. We have lumi, which is like a dried lemon. Is that right? We have hill, cardamom. We also have cinnamon sticks. So we're going to go ahead and throw all of that in here. Oh, I wish you guys could smell the kitchen. So one quick note on the lumi, you don't want it to explode. So what we normally do is we'll do a couple of slits into it, just using a knife. Be careful. There you go. So now you're good. So we went ahead and added our chicken on top of what was already in here. Before we add water to boil the chicken, we actually like to cook it a little bit just to get that crispier skin on the outside. And by the way, we already put some spices on the chicken. We put some cardamom, we put some 7 spices, black pepper, as well as our little secret here is nutmeg. Absolutely necessary. Not a lot of people use that. So we're just going to go ahead and flip the chicken around, and then we're going to come back and add some boiling water to boil it. We went ahead and flipped the chicken around. By the way, quick note, you can use, I think the original way of doing it is that they use chicken thighs. Yeah. Our preference is chicken breast, which is why, yeah, you can use a whole chicken, but our preference is chicken breast, so that's why we're using that.
The family, me, Maya, the kids, we all like it.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but we actually did not add any salt on the chicken, just because it makes it cook a little bit nicer. It doesn't get too hard as well. We will be adding salt once we add the boiled water. We're going to go ahead and add our rice and soak it in water for half an hour now. I totally forgot to show you guys what the chicken looked like. But anyway, we went ahead and added our boiling water on top. And this is when we're going to go ahead and add salt. So we just covered the chicken. We're going to keep it on high for about halfway or so. So it's going to be on here for about 45 minutes. We're going to keep it on high for half of that, and then we're going to switch it to medium afterwards. So this part is optional. It is pretty traditional, but we are going to go ahead and toast some nuts so that we can top them at the end on the Maqloubeh. Almost there. So our chicken is boiled. We're going to go ahead and air fry it, or actually air roast it just a little bit, because we prefer for it to be super well done. Not a necessary step. Yeah, but we like that crust on the outside. Also, if you're not a fan of the color looking like this, you can add some paprika. Doesn't really give any additional taste, just for the color. 7 spices, turmeric, nutmeg, black pepper, cinnamon, and salt. Mix the spices all around, but don't do what I just did. So this is where we're gonna make our Maqloubeh. I'm gonna put a bit of olive oil in here, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna put some rice. Okay, so Mo was gonna do this part because I have to wash my hands, but we're gonna add in some slices of tomatoes at the bottom of the pot, just to avoid anything sticking. If anything does stick, it's the tomatoes, which is not really that big of a deal.
It tastes yummy.
Yeah. Now we're gonna start putting it together. First up are the potatoes.
You always put the nice facing chicken down.
So the chicken is in there. Now we're gonna add the remainder of the potatoes.
I think some rice before.
A layer of rice. You can do a layer of rice if you like in between. Some people like to stand the eggplants up from the side. You can do that. You can lay them flat just like this. Our eggplants are on here. We put some on the sides just to give it a nice look once you do flip it upside down. We are adding the remainder of the rice as well. And here we are. Last layer is the rice. we're gonna go ahead and add the chicken broth from earlier. You can measure based on your rice. The water is on top. We're gonna let it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil just like this, you're gonna go ahead, put it on the lowest of lows and cover it. And at this point, you can set an alarm for about 20 minutes or so, and it should be ready. That was amazing.
Look at that. There's two ways of flipping Maqloubeh. One, like you carry the pot on one hand, you carry that tray on one hand, and you do that. The other one is the more traditional one that I'm gonna do today, which is you do this, you say Bismillah, like that. Bam bam bam, para. Just gonna take it out. Bismillah. I'm gonna see, is there anything sticking?
No. Perfect. Nothing at all, actually.
Nice and lovely. Okay.
Smells delicious. So good. You have the tomatoes, the potatoes, the eggplant, and of course the chicken. And you can't have Maqloubeh without delicious salad. We have two, one for Mo and one for myself because I don't eat tomatoes. We're just gonna add the dressing and eat. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below with what you think we should make next. This smells delicious and we cannot wait to eat it. Thanks for watching, guys. Is it good?
Oh my god.
My turn. My favorite part, potatoes.
Wow. It is so yummy.
Make it this way. Trust us, it's so good. That's it for now. Peace.